Joe. Comment any questions, see what's up in our world of epic, and hear what we have in store. Welcome to Monster Monday. Hey. Welcome to Monster Monday. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I can't complain at all. I'm getting the bike ready for the weekend, so I've just been out riding a little bit, trying to get that ready to go. So it's not one thing, it's another, but yes. Always something.
You're a busy guy.
This time of year is crazy. And then when I add on trying to do all of this, trying to do 100,000 miles and doing the Hoka Hey and coming back from Gavin's ride, it's been just a little bit nuts, but that's all right. That's all right. But anything exciting happen over the weekend for you?
I did a little riding a motorcycle, visit family, getting ready for Sturgis.
Yeah, Sturgis is coming right around the corner. When are you guys leaving? Friday. Early morning or just when you get up?
No, Dylan's got to work, so I got to wait for him to get off work, and I'll have everything ready to go. And
there's
probably
a lot
be 6-7 o'clock.
There's a lot of COVID rolling around. It's like there's the excuse season is coming in now. That's hey, true. Boss, I don't know, man. I don't feel so good. You want me coming in? And, I didn't test it yet, but who knows? So that's what I love about COVID. It's always, just a hint of not being right. And people like, oh, stay home then.
Yep.
Go ride your motorcycle. So he's got to start throwing it out there. But so you guys all packed up, loaded up? You got the bikes in the trailer?
No, we've been doing oil changes and stuff like that. He's doing one bike a night, washing, putting it in the trailer. We got work on the chopper to do, and we're getting there. It's going to take the week to do it, to get ready.
Yeah, but what's nice for you guys is you have enough stuff to go out that you have to bring a trailer. So then it's fun because you can bring everything and make a vacation out of it. Otherwise, you go to Sturgis, and if you're sleeping next to your bike, you're kind of limited what you bring. And I kind of
want to do that sometime, though, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun. If the weather's nice, it's awesome. Yeah. That's the way to roll. But man, when the weather sucks, then that is a sucky way to go.
I'm not fun when I'm get all wet with rain, and I'd be crabby.
Yeah, for me, from here, I'd rather ride and sleep next to my bike when I got there. But for you guys, like, what are you going to ride 800 miles? Big deal. I'd rather take my truck and have everything I need, and then get out there.
600 miles. It's like,
yeah, then get out there and go. Then get out there and go for a ride. That's much better. So, well, happy packing. I wish I was going to be there. I'm bummed that the Hoka Hey is this, happens to go through the rally, and I know the damn route is going to bring us part of that anyhow. I don't know if they'll bring us I don't know if they're going to bring us into downtown or not, but I think we're going to go to Hot Springs for sure, because that's where Red Cloud used to live, and I think we're going to go by his house and up part of the hills somewhere. I just don't think we're going to get into Rapid City, that kind of thing, so
yeah.
But who knows? So I'm excited about it.
Me too. We'll be watching.
Yeah, I'll be watching when I can. You guys, I'll try to jump on, check some Facebook stuff out, and see how the rally's going. They got hammered with weather out there yesterday. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. I was tagged in that by Renee. So yeah.
Oh man, Deadwood. I didn't even see Renee's, but Deadwood got slammed.
Yep.
Yeah, I had friends out there that they just got pounded. Hail, rain. So that's let that all get out of the system.
That's nothing new, though. I don't know.
No, not for out there. That always gets it. You just want to be somewhere nice when it happens.
Kinda.
But I am laughing today because I was all loaded up, had the bike all ready to go, and I told Amy, I said, the bike's all ready to go unless I change my mind on Monday. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, tossing and turning bed, thinking I should just get up right now and do things, and then I'll be good and tired by 8 o'clock. For the last month, I've been trying to get myself into Pacific time. So I've been staying up super late and sleeping in a little bit later than I would for Jersey. But I'm trying to get my body used to West Coast time. And so I've been pretty good at that. So the day at 3:30, I'm like, well, I'm just going to be a mess. I ain't going to bed until 1. So I didn't get up at 3:30, but I laid in bed thinking about it. Got up at 7:30 and was outside, stripped the bike totally down, and redid my entire pack out. So everything is redone, and I have a combination of old school, some new stuff, but nothing. I put my Milwaukee pack out back on it. So I didn't have that on when I revamped it, and I got to thinking about it. I'm like, man, that's so convenient to open up and grab something, and it's more watertight than a tour pack. So I think I better go with the pack of some kind. So back to the drawing board. So I need some different medication, something, because my brain is definitely broken. But it's all good. That's what I did. So I've been following people. There's people already on the move. Frankie Mountains is already gone. And then he surprised Turbo and dipped down. So he went down the entire coast. He's up in Washington, went all the way down the coast to Southern California, which is not the most direct line to Florida. Stopped at Turbo's house, and they look like they had a great time. I mean, I've been so busy I haven't watched everything, but they went to the zoo with those damn snakes.
Yeah, the reptile zoo. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's called a reptile zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a riot place there. But she posted those pictures of Turbo. Did you see that?
I did, holding the snakes and that, and somewhere from years prior too. But
the years prior one, there was like that. I don't know, it was a python of some kind that was on the ground, and he was standing next to it. Like that could have ate him. It was like that snake was big enough. It would be like, eyeing him up like that little Turbo. I'll wolf him down, no problem. So, I don't know. That thing was just crazy. So anyhow, it's fun watching everybody get ready. Packing up, getting on the road. Everybody's got a different idea of what's a necessity to bring on this ride. And the Hoka Hey, I think that the Hoka Hey is like a hunting trip to me. I have as much fun prepping and going to it as I do doing it. And then the trip home sucks, where I hate every bit of that. So I enjoy the prep work. I enjoy watching everybody, but it's just fun to watch. Some people have packs on the back of their bikes that are so damn big. I'm like, I don't know how you can ride with all that shit in there.
I don't know. That was crazy.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun to see that and see everybody's idea of what's perfect. Everybody has a different idea of what the most ideal setup is. And somebody's, ideal setup is not, my great idea, and how I do things would definitely not be somebody else's, know. And I think I bring a lot of stuff, but not compared to some. And my bike's really light.
Bringing a lot.
Yeah, I find that you just don't need it. Like
probably not.
Yeah, you're not very. It's not like I'm clean and taking showers and new clothes and dirty clothes. I mean, I'll be lucky if I change clothes. I definitely two days before I even think about changing clothes, unless something happens, or it really got dirty. But that's about it. So you don't really need as much as you would think.
I suppose.
So it's kind of, but if you get wet, get nasty, you definitely need clothes. And it looks like we're going to be wet this year for sure. So, it's a lot of stuff. And sleeping next to your bike, some people don't have any idea how to do that efficiently. But I found that the beginning of the Hoka Hey, I always like set up a bed and sleep comfortably and roll it out. First couple nights I have a cot or have a whatever, and I'm all nice. By day 6 or 7, I open my saddlebag up. Anything that looks like it would resemble a pillow, I take it out, throw it on the ground, and lay down, and I put my head on it, and I sleep on it. That's it.
I can see that.
That would be a set of, in the old days before I had climb gear, I would take my chaps that were always rolled up. It was a perfect pillow. So I'd throw them on the ground, lay right on the concrete sidewalk. I wouldn't even take the time to put a mat out or anything. So, I just laugh at how much I think I need, but I really don't.
So it's funny.
But it's awesome. All good. But I'm excited. So, it's coming up quick, and it's fun to do. It's every 2 years. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of prep. It is the most brutal ride I've ever been on. Myself, because it's just so extreme. Like people don't get how hard it actually is. And they say, oh, people did the Hoka Hey. It's like anybody who finishes that at any day, they always say it's 10,000 miles in 10 days. Like up until a couple years ago, nobody, or a couple times ago, nobody ever came in 10 days. It was always 12 to 14. I think the COVID year was an easy route because they had to bypass a bunch of reservations that were closed. So that year was really fast. And, 5 of us came in 10 days. But, then last year, a lot came in 10 days because it was out west where you just have open roads and you can just make a lot of good time. So, but typically, it's 12 days, 14 days. But if you can get there by the party, like that's a hell of an accomplishment, whatever for anyone to do that, so everybody, equates it, looks at the best riders out there and they're like, oh, well, it took me 12 days and somebody came in 10 and, but they just gotta look at themselves and be like, I did this in 12 days. Like that's pretty impressive because every rider that shows up for the Hoka Hey is the best rider in their town. They are the most legit riders where they come from. The problem is you put 250 of them in a room from all over the world, all over the, definitely North America. They're the best riders there are at this long distance, craft. So, for anybody to finish it is to me is pretty impressive. You had to dodge wildlife breakdowns, popo, you had not get a ticket, you got not wreck your bike, you had not hit anything. Like there's just take
not
away all
lost.
not get lost. I mean, just to find your way to the goddamn finish line is impressive. And like it doesn't matter what anybody else does. That's what I tell everybody. It's like, doesn't matter what anybody else does. Don't be one of the people that get into looking at your tracker every day and be like, oh man, so-and-so's hopper's up out ahead of me by a day and a half. I got to get on it. Because everybody I know who goes that route, they never do as well as the people who don't. So the people who just ride the best they can and wherever they finish, those people always do well. Everybody that's Mr. staring at the tracker and looking to see who's ahead and who's not and how far you're behind and basing your sleep on, what position you're in, like that kind of stuff is like, it's a tough lesson for some people, but you're way better off not to be staring at that damn thing if you want to, especially if you want to live. It's a rough ride and you don't sleep when you need to. The price you pay can be a great one, and that's just reality. A reality to it. And unfortunately every year that I've competed in it, somebody has lost their life doing it. So that always weighs in the back of my head. And 2 years ago, no secret, I crashed in Idaho and it should have killed me. So there was several that did several that did perish last year or 2 years ago, the last Hoka Hey. And it should have been 3, possibly 4, because David Ewell, he survived his accident, but he's paralyzed from the nipples down after crushing his C3. So cat's in the back checking things out.
Sorry.
So that's real life stuff. So to everybody packing up and heading out, I wish everybody the best. So it's really awesome to see everybody doing it. And all the first time riders are super excited. And I remember that feeling so well. I still get it. I'm still super excited. I'll hardly even sleep tonight and I'll hardly sleep Saturday night when the time comes. So it's pretty good time. So I can't concentrate because I just see the cat and I'm like,
I know, I'm sorry. We can get her down.
No, I don't care. I just want to do something cool.
It's been fun watching everybody on Facebook get ready and leave, and yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, people are doing all kinds of fundraisers, and Harley's dealerships are helping them out, and it's really a lot of cool stuff. And this year's a little bit different for me because some of my closest friends are not riding the Hoka Hey, so that's a little different. I've spent some miles on the different Hoka Heys with Hop. he's not riding in it this year. Twister is not riding in it this year. So Go Home Ken is not riding. Let's see, there's somebody else that just backed out. Oh, and then Hines broke his leg today.
Yeah.
So he's packed up at somebody's house getting ready to roll out. Something happens on a set of steps and breaks his femur. So he's out, and I really like him. Hines is a great dude. He's a hell of a rider, and so he broke his leg, and I just felt bad about that. So Hines, if you happen to be watching, man, which I know you're not because you got a ton of doctor shit you're doing, but we're praying for you, man. I hope that thing just heals up and get the screws and all that crap in there right, and you can get back to functioning a little bit. But just bad timing. He's the last Hoka Hey. He was the guy who pre-rode the route. So if you're somebody who pre-rides the route, then you can't ride the route. So you're not riding the Hoka Hey. He already rode it. So last year in May or beginning of June, he rode the entire Hoka Hey, and then I know he was looking forward to riding it this year. So kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. But anyhow,
with Brian Ridgway when he crashed.
Yeah, and I felt terrible for Brian. When he crashed, like leaving us, rides with us and the goats ride, and like I know how much it meant for him to ride this year and how much work he'd put into his bike and getting it set up. Like he got sponsored by suspension company, had all kinds of lights, was sponsored. Like he'd really he was all in. He was all in. He was fundraising for the monsters, and then in a split second, a terrible accident happens. Kid runs a stop sign, wrecks his bike, wrecks him, and he's just on the sidelines. But as sad as that is, there's Brian right there. Sucks being on the sideline, but as sad as that is, man, I don't know what it is. I think it's just the way I look at life. I think things happen for a reason.
They do.
Like you got smacked by a 14-year-old kid, or I think 14-year-old kid runs a stop sign. The odds of a motorcycle being in that intersection right then are like getting hit by lightning almost, for that kid to be going to the store at that moment. But it happened, and it didn't kill him. It just wrecked his bike, wrecked him up a little bit, but he'll be fine right after the Hoka Hey. So, you never know what was going to happen, but sometimes I think maybe something horrible was going to happen in the Hoka Hey, and that's just God's way of saying, Brian, why don't you sit your ass down for a little bit? And, you're not going to, maybe he didn't take the gentle hints he was getting thrown, this or that. So,
I don't think you listened to that. I don't think you.
No.
Remember that shirt you wanted that we talked about the other? Yeah, I think you need that shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I never claimed to be a great listener. I have a learning disability, so I tend to learn everything the hard way. But but I do believe that. I just think when something happens like that, it's like, yeah, it sucks, but it doesn't suck as bad as going off a mountain at 90 miles an hour because you didn't turn right. Something that was going to happen. So, I'm a believer in that. So, Brian, I know it sucks. Hines, I know it sucks, but we'll ride again. So, next time. So, and Brian was riding so good. I feel a little bit guilty because I think it's a little bit to do with God Loves Riot most, and he thought Brian was going to make me look bad, so he thought he'd just throw a four-wheeler at him to curb his enthusiasm a bit.
Slow him down.
So that would be it. So anyhow, what you got new with the boys? I know Gavin's been busy. I saw his little preview of the week and all the things he was doing. So I know he was a little busy. So what do you got on Gavin?
Gavin's pretty busy. He had therapy, so I got a whole week and month worth of stuff for Gavin. He had therapy on Tuesday and got stretched out really well. He was able to stand on his left leg flat-footed for like 8 minutes. And Jessica said that was huge for him. I'm like, I think that'd be huge for me.
Yeah, go Gavin, go.
Yes, exactly. He went to see the Minion movie and loved it. Every time Jessica looked over, he was grinning ear to ear and giggling. So I can just picture. I can picture
I should
that.
have saw that because I went and saw Deadpool, and everybody else is raving about that. And I just thought it sucked.
So I heard it was great, but I don't know. I'm not into that. So
man, maybe it's because I'm not into like Marvel and
I'm
stupidness.
not.
And there's a lot of references to that where people might have thought that shit was funny, but I didn't know what they were talking about. I just thought it was stupid. I thought all of the jokes were just recycled from other Deadpools,
Yeah,
and the fight scenes were stupid. Like two people fighting who can't die defeats the purpose of fighting.
kind of.
Like you might as well thumb wrestle. Like you can't die and I can't die, and you're just gonna fight. Like you might as well just thumb wrestle and call it a day. I don't even understand. Anyhow, so I should have saw Minions. Sorry.
I guess it was really good. So get out and see Minions. So Friday, he had his quarterly weight check, and he also met the new pediatrician. The pediatrician applauded them for maintaining Gavin's weight for the past year despite being on steroids. So that was awesome. On the way out of the office, Gavin said, "Well, he's no Dr. Simone, but I guess he'll do."
Yeah, he doesn't hold anything back. He'll let you know.
No, he don't. He don't. Yesterday they went to Houston to see Iceman and Wrong Way for the Hoka Hey send off. They enjoyed lunch with Twister and Iceman before heading home. And tomorrow, cross your fingers, Gavin gets his new night braces for his legs that he's been waiting for a long time. So
awesome. Hopefully they get that.
Yeah. He meets with his teacher August 7th, starts school on the 15th, birthday on the 18th. They're looking at a September 28th birthday party for Gavin. So hopefully that'll work
nobody's
out
gonna be around. Nobody will be around on his birthday, and I'm planning to go for a ride. So I'm gonna plan to be in Texas at the end of that. Maybe I'll go to Turbos for his birthday and then do that.
Yep. He has equipment fitting for his manual wheelchair on the 28th of August. He also starts testing for power chairs for when the time comes.
What kind of testing do they do?
I don't know.
I wonder if it's cool stuff like they do, like you test ride a motorcycle. We just go out and beat one up and be like,
Maybe.
okay, I need one that yeah, like I want something that does a little more low end power, or maybe somebody likes more top end. I don't know what they do for test riding someone. I don't know.
Jessica said they already called and told her that we've only been waiting since August to call ahead. Oh, geez. Okay. I don't know. Crazy. Be sure to go to stubborngoat-coffee.com to get your coffee. Somebody forgot to put the website on here to go across. So we need to do that next week. That's all I got on Gavin.
Next week, you're going to be in Sturgis. I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not happening next week either.
Well, he doesn't drink, so that might happen. I don't know, though.
Yeah, but he rides.
But he does ride, yeah.
Yeah, he rides, and he rides so fast you can't even take pictures with him because everything's a race.
So we'll see. I'm going to try to hold him to that. I tried to get him to do it tonight, but he was washing a motorcycle, so that did not happen.
Hey, does he have the little pit bike going? The little
oh yeah,
the
and
Honda?
then the Honda's going, and
that's awesome.
We're trying to
I really wish I was going.
I know. We'll take pictures. And I don't know if the Sportster's going or not. We're kind of debating on that. So
yeah, if you have room, why not?
I know. Bring them all.
Yeah, but like that Sporty is like the perfect Sturgis, a perfect place. So actually be people there who appreciate it.
They would, yeah.
You know, and there'll be shows to put it in, that kind of crap.
I know. I told him that. So
yeah, what the hell are you thinking, Dylan? You gotta I don't know, man. I think not. Yeah, you gotta get that thing going. Like, come on.
I told him, but they have a burnout contest. I told him I was going to enter it in, but I don't know if he's going to.
Oh, that's why he doesn't want to bring it, because he's afraid you're going to ride it like a bike. Yeah, that's awesome. He's not bringing a bike because his wife is going to do wheelies and have all kinds of fun shit on it instead of letting it sit there like getting polished and look how pretty it looks, you know.
Yeah, they have like a women's burnout contest, and I can't touch the ground with mine to do a burnout, so I wanted a Sportster, and he won't let me. So
I think you should take a vote.
yeah, let's everybody come on and say if I should do a burnout.
I would just limit it to us three, and it's the best. If we get 2 out of 3, it's settled. Now you can do a burnout. I'll kick in. I'll kick in for a tire.
There you go.
We can have donations for a tire. I'll definitely kick in for that. That'd be awesome.
I think Kim raised
yes.
her hand too.
Yeah, all the girls are gonna raise their hand for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. You got to do that.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah,
all right.
Julie. Okay. Anyway, Turbo. We were talking about Turbo earlier. He had his good weekend with Frank, and sounds like Turbo Time will be on tomorrow. So be sure and tune in tomorrow to support him and say hi. 5 Pacific for Turbo. So.
Yeah, that was cool that Frankie Mountain stopped there, on the way down. That was pretty cool.
And they had brunch, and I guess, and yeah.
Yeah, now we can ride across the country to get to Florida to start the Hoka Hey on Sunday.
Yeah, the easy way he took.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you not? So, okay. Drew, the weekend weather for Drew was pleasant. Their humidity finally broke. I guess it's been pretty humid there. But sounds like this week it's going to get back up in the 90s and high humidity again. So he had a little break anyway.
This weekend was awesome. The weather here, the weather here this weekend was perfect. Like I wasted time going to a movie. I should have sat on my porch and watched a movie and had popcorn myself because it was awesome. My wife loves to watch TV on her porch, and I love to make popcorn. So we could have a popcorn party, but instead she brought me to a stupid ass movie, and I don't care if anybody says it sucked.
Oh.
Anyhow.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they had good weather, but now the humidity is going to get bad again. Drew got his hair cut, so Dad says he looks older and not so shaggy. They're looking to go out to eat this week as well, so I'm looking forward to hearing what Drew has to say about the ratings for the food. I always love to hear his, 1 to 5 or whatever for the food. Also, Steve says they're starting an Amazon list for Drew. So they'll be posting that when it's finished. So I'm glad to hear that. So watch for that. Should be on Wishes for Drew page or Steve's page. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, whoever sees that, we can share that. So if I'm busy, riding or something, Mandy will share that or we'll pin it or do something. I don't know how we'll do it, but it'll get shared.
Yep, that'll be perfect. Then the Ireland boys. Alfie went to the Ireland Gaelic football final yesterday, and from the sound of the screams in the video that they sent me, I think they won.
I honestly didn't see anything all weekend, so I just gotta when I'm riding tomorrow, go back and look at things.
Yeah, and then in a week or so, he'll be attending the English premiere in Newcastle, which is a totally different kind of football game. I'm trying to find out from them what the difference is, but I don't know. It's all soccer, so I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand any of it. Yeah.
I don't either, but he's pretty stoked about going to that. So he's looking forward to that. So, and then Jack's doing good. He and his mom went up the North Coast this weekend for a nice day walking along the beach. So they had a lot of fun. Life's good for Jack, and he's still been outside playing a ton with friends. So that's Jack's life. So
that's great. And his, the treatments they were getting in Florida really held on for a long time because I know they're going back. Do you know when they're going back for the treatments?
I forgot to ask. I will find that out. That was on my notes for last time. I want to say late August, but
that's what I thought too, because originally it was supposed to be now. It was supposed to be now, and then I got moved back or something like that. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll try to find that out. So, yeah,
perfect.
But they did not say. The only other news I have is Loco's on day 211, And today's also Loco. Well, I call it Loco Day. I don't know day 29 where you ride.
Oh man, Locomotion Day. I forgot today was the 29th. I really have been out of it. I rode today, but I don't know if I rode 29 miles. I'll have to check that. Oh, hold on. I still have my rever on. Let's see if I rode 29 miles. I did. I rode 42 miles today.
There you go. So get out there and ride 129.
Yeah. So, but at least it's got to be a minimum of 29. So I'm golden. So I can. That's three Loco days I have to fill in and actually send it in. I always get sidetracked, and I'm so terrible about that. I really.
Well, that's awesome.
I need a secretary. And it's really bad because I don't really have a job, and other than what I do, and I can't do what I do because I need a secretary.
Do what you do. You need a secretary. Yeah.
Yeah. If I ever win the lottery, it's going to be a great interviewing process. To be like, let me, you need a secretary to do what? I go, just like to pay my household bills and to keep my shit in order so I can. And they're like, well, aren't you a stay-at-home dad? And don't you do that? I said, yeah, but I don't do it very well. So my wife ends up having to do all of that. So. I'm a horrible stay-at-home dad. It's amazing my wife hasn't fired me a long time ago.
She loves you. She says you are busy.
Twister wants to know what's the pay.
That's what I was going to ask too. What's the pay?
Well, if I give you a percentage of what I make, well, then it won't get paid very well. But if you come over, we get a popcorn. If you live here,
I like popcorn.
Yeah, if you live here, we have plenty of room in the side of the house, and we have popcorn parties on a regular basis. There's a lot of fringe benefits. I get more fringe benefits being a direct assistant to the boss.
And you have a pool.
Yeah, we have a pool, and it's I get pretty good. So I get paid in flashes and high fives.
There, nice. That's awesome.
Oh, Amy even said Chris high five.
She did, and a big grin.
Oh, too funny.
The weekly ride was last week was state flags. We had 90 total, and the rules were they had to be where you could read them. So that was kind of a challenge, I think, for people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went out with Dylan, and he had to make sure the wind was blowing to get him. I know. But so first place was Lee Kibbe with 38. I was supposed to do this backwards. Dylan gets mad at me when I read them like this. But second place was Renee and Chris Abbott with 14. And third place was Claire Butchkowski. Did I say that right? I'm sorry, Claire, if I chopped that. I'm sorry, Claire. Anyway, she had 8.
I always just say, if I can't pronounce it, I say Claire.
Claire. Yeah, everybody knows Claire.
There'll never be a last name if I don't know it. But that's nice work. And when you do it backwards like that, I don't think of it as second place then. I think of it as they were the first loser. So we had a winner and they had a first loot, and then they were the first loser. So
exactly.
If you read it the other way, I think, oh, you're really good. You got second place. But if you read it backwards, then I'm like, oh, you're just a loser. Sorry.
Just a loser. And this week is mailbox art. So get out and find your painted mailboxes. So, and I've been keeping my eyes open, and I have not seen one. So this is tough.
I'll go paint my own mailbox.
That's why I might do that too.
Paint my mailbox. But where I grew up, nobody had painted mailboxes because they had accidents happen to them all the time.
Yeah. So, why would you spend all that time and then have them be bashed anyway?
Yeah, there were a bunch of roughneck kids that lived near me, and they always went out late at night and did really awful things. So I tried to talk them. I try to talk to them and try to get them, on the straight and narrow. But there's only so much a guy can do.
Of course,
They were pretty tainted. It was hard for me to get that many of them, wrangled in and on the straight. But did what I could do. Too funny.
Selena said she found 9. Go figure. So
that was just tonight.
Tonight, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't find any on my way to and from work, so I don't know.
That's pretty funny. I don't know how long probation lasts or what you have to do, and I'm guessing he's your probation officer.
I guess. I don't know.
You'll have to report for probation hearings.
It's got to be done before Sturgis, so.
Yeah, that's what we did. M80s when we were kids. I know a few of those that happened too. All right.
Funny. That's all I got.
That's awesome. Thank you for rounding up the news on the boys. I've been so busy. This summer has been insane. I was talking to my best friend back in Minnesota, Charles, tonight, and we are just laughing because of how busy it's been. Just nuts when I go from a wedding in Minnesota, right back here, back to Kansas, get home, back. It's been to Texas to start a ride, get back home. I had 10 days here. It went by in a blink, and I'll be on the road tomorrow, and I'll be gone the entire day a month. So it's gonna be a long ways. But stay tuned for some special live monster shows we're gonna do with all the monsters down there. We have like 30 riders that are riding for us, this year. So that's gonna be just awesome. And we got a bunch of shirts. Neon Needles made us the fishing style shirts that we wear for, I always say wear these race shirts. And so everybody's got shirts. We went with red and white. So kind of go with our colors of our shirts here like this. But anyhow, so look for that, and we'll try to do a special couple. And the night before, we'll probably do a live at the kickoff Sunday morning. And then, I try to do a live something or other every day. And I don't know, I'll probably keep that up again this year. I've done it every year. I've done a daily dedication every morning of the Hoka Hey. It started out back in 2018 and just kind of took on a life of its own. And now people are waiting for it. So I'll probably do that unless I think of something better to do, which I probably won't. So that's that. But to everybody who's riding for the monsters, I thank you. You guys are doing great work raising money and spreading awareness across the land. There are so many people who know our boys because of you. It's just awesome. So I can't thank you enough for that. And this translates to all the boys with DMD that are heroes in our program or not. But the more people that know what that is, the more accepting they are of that boy they meet. That kid might go into a Harley Davidson dealership and they'd be like, oh, we know a Gavin who has DMD. He did a ride. And the kid will be like, what do you mean a ride? Well, he came to every dealership here in Texas, or he was around the US. And that kid goes home thinking he can do that shit. So what we do changes kids' outlook on life, and that's pretty epic. So I'm pretty happy about that, and I thank everybody for the hard work, and I really look forward to the Hoka Hey. I hope we get these monsters through with no wrecked bikes. Last year we had I think out of our monsters we had 4 or 5 gone the first day, or wrecked bikes or tickets selling, or first couple days for sure. So anyhow, I hope we don't have any wrecked bikes. Hope we get a picture before and after, and everybody's on the same bike. So much love and respect to all you riders, especially those riding under the flag of the monsters. So pretty excited about it. That's all I have. Got anything else?
Can't wait to watch you guys on the trackers, and stay tuned next week for Live in Sturgis on Monster Monday.
Yeah, and have fun in Sturgis. Dylan, have a good time in Sturgis. Tear it up, make poor choices, and ride fast. Not get any younger. You're never going to be as young as you are today, so you better enjoy Sturgis, because next year you're going to be a lot older. So, yep, rip it up. Remember, sporties are made for burnouts, especially with girls riding them. So
they're girls' bikes. So
yeah, that's what everybody says, but they're way not. But anyhow, that's that, everybody. I'll see everybody later. I have to go spend some time with my wife and probably have to repack my bike here, so I got a lot to do before I depart at 4 a.m. So I am off to Florida. I'm leaving at 4 a.m. Time. I'll post a tracker link if people want to laugh at me riding down, because I'm going to kind of take the long way. But I think I'm going to go to Key West tomorrow because why not? So I'm gonna go down there, ride from here to Key West, and then back up to Daytona, then get ready. So my brain is broken, and that's all. That's my idea of preparing for it. So I got to get a new tire when I get to Daytona or Florida, anyhow. So I might as well wear this one out and have some fun. So that's the way I think about it. So it's all good.
Out.
Yep, exactly. Do burn out the parking lot of Harley. I want to get the use out of everything. So, and Brian says, see you in a couple days. Are you coming down to Florida, my man?
Yeah, I would say.
I would say he's coming to Florida for the send off.
I bet he is. I bet he is. I wish we were, but
it's awesome too because he's a pretty tough dude. But I think I can take him this week. So he's going to be limited. He's going to be limited. He's still got some ribs that are sore, his shoulder is sore. So it's all good. So perfect. So that's that. We'll see everybody later. Peace.
Safe travels.